What if the person standing next to you is not who they claim to be? What if their entire story is a carefully constructed lie, and you've been blind to the truth all along? Earlier this year, I was deceived and betrayed by a close friend, and it hurt like hell. So I spent the last 4 months researching how to recognize deception in order to protect myself. In this video, I will share the most simple and effective way to detect deception. Deception is an inevitable part of human interaction. Whether it's in personal relationships, business, or even politics, people often hide the truth for various reasons: self-protection, manipulation, or personal gain. When we fail to recognize deception, we put ourselves at risk of being misled or taken advantage of. As deception expert Dr. Paul Ekman once said, "Deception is a universal part of human nature, and understanding it is key to understanding the mind." Let's break down 3 major indicators of deception. Inconsistent stories. When someone is lying, they often struggle to keep their story consistent. Lies require mental effort because the person has to remember details and ensure they don't contradict each other. As a result, deceivers tend to slip up when they are pressured to provide more details or are asked the same question multiple times. Scott Peterson was convicted in 2004 of murdering his pregnant wife, Lacey Peterson, who disappeared on December 24, 2002. After Lacey went missing, Scott's behavior raised suspicion as he publicly pleaded for her return while providing inconsistent statements about his whereabouts. He initially claimed he was fishing but later changed his story and struggled to recall details, using vague phrases like "I think" and "maybe." Witnesses reported seeing him at different locations, and his calm demeanor during interviews was odd for someone whose wife was missing. These inconsistencies contributed to his conviction when Lacey's remains were found months later in San Francisco Bay, illustrating how conflicting stories can unravel a carefully constructed alibi. Emotional mismatch. When someone is lying, their emotions might not match what they are saying. They may say they are calm and unaffected while displaying signs of stress, such as sweating, fidgeting, or a shaky voice. Conversely, they might show an emotion that doesn't fit the situation, like smiling during a serious conversation, which signals that their emotional response is disconnected from the truth. A well-known example of emotional mismatch is the case of Amanda Knox, who was accused of killing her roommate, Meredith Kircher, in Italy in 2007. During the investigation, Amanda's reactions seemed strange to police and the public. When asked about Meredith's death, Amanda appeared calm and even smiled at times, which felt inappropriate given what had happened. Her lack of visible sadness made people question if she was telling the truth. She said things like, "I just want to find her," but her behavior didn't match her words. Excessive detail or vagueness. Some liars provide too much detail in an attempt to make their story seem more believable. On the other hand, others might be intentionally vague to avoid being caught in a lie. Both extremes, too much detail or too little, are often signs that someone is hiding something. A person telling a lie might give an overwhelming number of unnecessary details, like what they wore, the weather, or exact times, in an effort to make the story sound more genuine. Meanwhile, someone else might avoid specific details entirely, offering only broad statements like, "I was just out," or "I don't remember exactly." Both behaviors can indicate deception. Understanding the basics of deception is essential for navigating human interactions with awareness and caution. By recognizing the key signs, such as inconsistent stories, emotional mismatches, and excessive or vague details, we can protect ourselves from manipulation and dishonesty. Deception is a powerful tool, but with the right knowledge and keen observation, we can uncover the truth, safeguard our trust, and make more informed decisions. Life isn't always as straightforward as we'd like to believe, and the truths about human behavior can be even harder to face. From the way we think to how we connect with others, there are some hard psychological truths that most people are reluctant to acknowledge. Check out my video on 13 Hard Truths of Psychology and Life to elevate your life. I will link it in the description.